Hi teachers, let's see in which way you can book a lesson, reschedule a lesson, or cancel the lesson yourself right into your profile without addressing the admins for doing so. So for example, I want to book a lesson for today for 6 p.m. So I click on the time slot, I choose the lesson duration, and I choose the student from the list. I can even type the name of the student in to make the process faster. And, which is important, I put a tick that the student has confirmed this lesson time. First of all, you can do that only for your paid student, and second, you have to discuss this with the student in advance. How can you do that? So first of all, you can address the student in person during the lesson, or you can use the chat, which is available right into your profile, to discuss this with the student somehow in advance. So you click book, and you can see that the system doesn't allow you to do so because there are less than 24 hours left before the start of the lesson. Let's try to book the lesson for tomorrow for the same time. You click on the time slot, choose the student, you confirm that you have discussed this with your student, and you click to book a lesson. Please mind that if we notice that you start booking the lessons without discussing that with students and the students start complaining, then we will have to take certain measures to you and possibly to apply some deductions for such activity. So you click to book the lesson, and you can see that the lesson appeared into your schedule, and you can confirm it as usual. Now let's see how you can reschedule the lessons. If you try to reschedule the lesson, which is today, you can see that the button reschedule is absent. This is because less than 12 hours were left before the start of the lesson. But if you go to the next day and reschedule the lesson from the next day, there is a button reschedule. You click on that. You choose the time slot to where you want to reschedule. For example, let's try to put it a bit earlier. And you can see that the system doesn't allow you to do so because there are less than 24 hours left in advance. So you choose another time slot, and let's try to put it the next day. And again, it is very important that you have discussed this rescheduling with the student in advance, and the student has agreed to that. Because again, if we notice that the teacher starts to reschedule the lessons without talking about this with the student, and just because it is more convenient for the teacher to somehow manage his schedule like this, we will have to restrict this ability to reschedule lessons freely into your schedule. So you click confirm lesson rescheduling, and you can see that the lesson has just jumped to another time slot into your schedule. Now let's try to cancel lessons. Again, if you cancel the lesson, which is today, there is a button cancel lesson. You provide the reason, and then you click cancel lesson. But you can see that since there are less than 12 hours in advance, this is the late cancellation, and possibly some deductions will be applied to you for this cancellation. But if you cancel the lesson, which is in future, which is enough in advance, you can cancel the lesson, provide a reason, and the lesson will disappear from your schedule. No deductions will be applied, but please remember that any cancellations affect your teacher rating and thus your position into the list of the teachers and your further bookings. And try to cancel the lessons as less as possible.